Highness, Your Highness Maharani, Mr. Principal, and Board of Governors and friends. It's a great honor to be here today. But before I go any further, I'd like to say that I now realize how difficult it is to follow a seasoned political leader in speaking this evening. Your Highness, you have embarrassed me in a good way, and you have me leaving here probably on a cloud, which I don't deserve. In the few hours I've spent here, I've realized what an institution the Scindia School actually is. And how lucky the students are to have parents who have given them the kind of education that this school will provide. Most of us look at education as something that we need to do, we need to have, because our CVs need a school and college of repute. But it's much, much more that you need to look at your education for. The seeds of leadership are seeded here. The seeds of ethical behavior and values are seeded here. The seeds of entrepreneurship and adventure are seeded here. You carry these on to college, and you're still in a protected environment. Then you go out into the real world, where you have choices to make, or sometimes circumstances make choices for you. What you do with those choices, what you do in your life, will depend on those seeds that have been seeded in your years in school. As I went through the exhibition here this evening, I couldn't help but feel that this was a school that gave the students an opportunity to partake in adventure, in athletics, in academics, in science, in the arts. So you're getting a well-rounded and enormously satisfying period as you go through the school, interacting with your fellow students, and presumably on an equal basis. And then you go out into the world. Unfortunately, our world in India is often who you are, whose son you are, how much money you have, which family you come from, and that makes a difference. The India we would love to see in the future is an India where everyone is equal. And it's based on, what you do is based on your merit and your capability. I think that's what has made America as great as it has become, and as innovative and as creative as it has become. Because it doesn't make any difference who you are, what your parents have done. It's based on what you have done, and that gets recognized. So I come to the end of what I want to say as a message to all of you. As you go out into the world, initially into university and colleges, and later into life, what are you looking for? Is it money? Is it just to be big? What would make you feel satisfied when you return home at night I'll give you my views. My views are that you want to be remembered, first of all, for what you did, and that you did it, you made the right decisions for the right reasons, however difficult those decisions might have been. But finally, we all are born in this world, we live in this world, and we die. And perhaps the greatest thing you could do is to be remembered for what you did and for the difference you made. The difference you make for the many, many people who are less fortunate, less privileged, that you can help. And in doing so, the country that you could enhance. The Maharaja talked about intolerance. That is a curse that we are seeing of late, which all of us, I think, in the amphitheater this evening, would like to see disappear. We would like to live in an environment where we love our fellow men. We don't shoot them, we don't kill them, we don't run them into the ground, we don't hold them hostage, but we give a bit of ourselves to them, and we give and take as much as we can in the lives that we had. So I shall end here to say, I wish the class, in fact everybody here, the graduating class when they graduate, and the students below them, all the best. Remember, you have a great responsibility as you leave here. The school has done an enormous amount for you, which you may not consciously be aware of, but they have seeded many of you who will be leaders of India tomorrow. My decision need not be yours. If I feel that being a politician is something that I don't want to do, many of you will be politicians. And many of you will perhaps never be equal to His Highness in speaking. I feel so unqualified to stand in front of you after him. And I believe each one of you should look at the world and try to see that as an equal on the basis of merit, that you do something for which you would be remembered. Thank you very much.